Welcome to the value equation. This is very important for running your business because it gives you a really particular set of lens to look through in order to see two things: what your customer wants and how they want it. This one is very overlooked in the detailing industry because we have a bunch of detailers and not business owners, but that's okay, right? Because that's why we're here. So what we're going to do first is break down the value equation into its four parts. Okay, we're going to break those four parts down. Then after that, what we are going to do is apply each of those four parts into our business so we can use them, and also so that it is already done for you. Now, the first part is dream outcome. Okay, this is super simple. All this is what do they want? If they're fat, the dream outcome is not that they are losing weight or that they lose weight. The dream outcome is being skinny. Okay, that's the dream outcome. I'm not going to write this one out, but the next one is perceived likelihood of achievement. Okay, how much do they perceive that they are likely to get the dream outcome from you? Okay, so how much do they trust that they are going to get that outcome from you before they ever get it? The next one, and by the way, perceived likelihood of achievement is the absolute, I believe, funnest thing to take care of in this entire thing, in the detailing industry. The next one is time delay. So how fast are they going to get it right? How fast is this chick going to get skinny? Liposuction, very quick. Training, not very quick. And the next one is effort. I don't know if I'm going to be able to fit this one. And sacrifice, I'll be able to fit it. Cool. So, sacrifice. Okay, so sacrifice. Effort is what am I going to have to do that I don't want to do in order to get the dream outcome? Sacrifice is what am I going to have to give up that I love, that I don't want to give up in order to get the thing, right? Effort is her going to the gym every day and running and working out, and she doesn't want to at all in order to get skinny. Sacrifice is I am fat, I love these foods, I do not want to give up these foods, but have to in order to get skinny. Okay? Effort and sacrifice in that field is an entire lifestyle change. In ours, it isn't. That's amazing. Now, this makes up value. Okay? Now, how do we apply that into ours? I didn't delete that from earlier. Oops. Okay. Now, what we're going to do here is we're going to do here is get the pen out. Now, the first thing is dream outcome. We know this. Now, what is our customer's dream outcome? For the love of God, it is not your detail. They don't care about your detail package. They could care less about your business. It's not any of the operations that gets them the thing. Like I just said, it is a means to get them the thing. It is a clean car, okay? Then broken into two parts, the clean car, right? So if they want the clean car, it's good to understand why they want the clean car. So the clean car, it is the feeling of a clean car, okay? So the feeling it gives them. They get in, they don't have clutter around them, so they can move their feet around and they're not hitting like whatever, toys or bottles and all that stuff. And everything feels good. Everything feels nice and smooth and clean and sanitized, and everything smells great. Everything looks great, right? So it feels nice. The car drives better. The car is happier. We know that. That's how cars drive whenever they're clean. The other reason is status. Status. Now, if it is for the status reason, is because let's say they have just a nicer car. Any car looks better clean. But let's say this person is very obsessed with status. If the car that they are obsessed with and looks very nice is super clean and you get it running, or you get it looking amazing and sparkly and shiny and all that stuff whenever he's rolling down the driveway or he's rolling down the highway, it looks very nice. And if it's a Rolls Royce, those two things bring up his status, right? If every single time his friend gets in the car month after month after month and it looks perfectly clean every single time because he comes back to you, that's a raised status, because then he also is coming back to a detailer, right? Which costs money. And the detailer's good, which might put you into the conversation. So, anyway, you get the clean car for those two reasons, or both, the feeling and the status, which is really both. It's almost always going to be, if it's status, it's going to be because of the feeling it gives them as well. But for the feeling wise, a mom that is like a soccer mom, she has 4 kids and everything like that, she's not going to really care about the status of her minivan. So you get what I'm saying. Dream outcome, clean car. The next one is perceived likelihood of achievement. This one we can take a while doing, but we're going to just sum everything up, okay? First way that you can increase perceived likelihood of achievement before they even buy from you, before they even talk to you, is content, referrals, reviews, and the one people don't really talk about is a guarantee. Now, I'm not going to write here, whatever. And then the 5th one is, we shall see. The content, the way that it can perceive, the way that it can increase perceived likelihood of achievement is because your content is very good, it's very educational, and it's very entertaining. So you do how-tos, before and afters. You post stories, not like literal story. You do post stories on Facebook, all that stuff, but your content has stories in them, so they want to stay around. And your content shows that you do really good work. Bonus point if your content shows your face in it and you show that you're a cool guy. If your face is in it, the perceived likelihood goes up even a little bit more, because they understand that if you do bad work, it doesn't just decrease the reputation of your business, but also you personally. Content, done. You can go into a lot more of that, but you get the point. Referrals, super easy. A guy comes, so let's say the Rolls Royce guy comes to another guy and is like, you have to get a detail from this guy because he's amazing. And that guy knows that the Rolls Royce guy is a clean freak and has gotten 4 details in the past and griped about every single one of them. But for some reason, he's not about you and loves you. So he knows this detailer must be amazing. Referral check. Now next, reviews. This is obvious. The more reviews you have that are 5 stars, the more likely they are to get the dream outcome, which is a clean car, right? Bonus points if your reviews are different than everyone else's. You can actually lead your customer into giving reviews that are different from everyone else's, where you tell them that they can tell a story in their review. They can put some of the content that you posted on their vehicle, or some of the pictures to your vehicle. You can send them and say, just put these in the review if you decide to leave one, all those things. The next one is the guarantee. So as far as the guarantee goes, you can say, my guarantee, I only had to use it one time out of, I don't even know how many cars, 4 or 5 years worth of cars, right? So with the guarantee, mine was, if you were not satisfied for any reason, I have a no questions asked guarantee, where obviously I ask no questions. I fix the thing that you're not happy with. I give you your $50 deposit back and you get the entire detail free. Then I give you a gift card for, let's say the detail that they just got for free was valued, they were about to pay $400 for that. I would give them a gift card for $600, and then they could give that to a friend or use the detail for themselves. Now the $200 extra is so that they can get extra things, right? Add-ons, things like that. If they give it to a friend, then I have an entire other relationship that I can build. And I literally didn't pay any money, like actually pay any money in order to get that lead. I just got this lead free and I got it out of a bad situation. So bad, a messed up situation, right? So I have a whole other thing. Then the two can talk together and talk about how awesome I am and all that stuff because I'm righting my wrong. Okay. And then if whichever one, so if they use the gift card themselves or they give it to a friend, I have to murder that detail. And also, something that I didn't tell them is that on that next detail, so the one used on the gift card, I'm actually also going to put on another bonus for them. Okay. So that way they're just unbelievably pleased. And the reason why you want to do all this is to right your wrong, obviously, and then you can also get a testimonial out of this or a review or whatever. But you want to make a raving fan. Now, what is the fifth one? The fifth one is when all of them happen together, or you get 2 or 3 or 4 together, right? So in this instance, let's say someone gets referred. They get referred to you from this guy that is a clean freak, and then they go to your page and they want, before they consume your content, they want to see if it's worth even consuming your content. So they go to the reviews. They go to reviews, and your reviews are amazing. They go from your reviews to your content, and your content's amazing. Then they call you, and listen to this. They don't know about your guarantee yet. Okay? They call you, and then you say, "Hey, it's $400," right? You go through the sales process. You say it's $400, and they go, "Oof, I just have a guy that was going to do it for $250," and you say, "Well, actually, I have this thing that is specifically for this situation because I do understand that I'm one of the most expensive, if not the most expensive in the area. And so what I do is," and then you tell them that guarantee that I just told you. Here's the thing. Your guarantee should make you feel uncomfortable because you're righting a wrong, okay? Now, at that guarantee, you say all of those things that the guarantee has, and that it literally removes all the risk from the customer and puts it all on you. Every bit of it. Okay? You're out literally like $1,000 in their mind if you mess up. So the 400 free detail plus the $600 in that instance, right? They give to their friend. Once they have got the referral, saw your reviews, went to content, then called you, and then got the guarantee, their perceived likelihood of achievement is so high from you. It is, or for you, that you're going to give them the clean car how they want it. It is unbelievable. Okay? Now, the next one is time delay. Like I said, this one's really easy. This is literally about being just an efficient detailer. As far as the real part of this goes. The efficient detailer, you know how to do that now because of the beginner to pro playbook for detailing. Now, the other part of this is perceived. So even though it's the same amount of time, how do you make them feel like it's actually going faster, right? This is the way you do that. This is the perceived side, and this is actual time. Okay, now when this goes up, that is meaning it feels like it's going faster. This graph doesn't really do it justice, but you'll get what I'm saying. So what you do about 2 hours in is you send them a picture, really whenever you get done with the exterior. You send them a picture of the exterior detail. So you send them just a sneak peek of like the hood or something. And it's got to look really good. And you say, "Hey, just let you know, I just got done with the exterior. It's starting to look really good." I've never gotten anyone that didn't message me back saying like, "Whoa, wow, thank you," whatever. So you really want to make sure that that the picture looks great. in another 2, 3 hours, whatever. So now we're like 4, 5, 6 hours in. You're going to take a picture, a before and after picture of the dirtiest part of their interior, which is probably like the like steering wheel or something like that. So you do not collage it. Send them a picture, two separate pictures, and make sure the first one that pops up is the dirty part, right? So, or the dirty first picture. Then the second picture is the clean, the before and after. So you send that to them. Say, hey, interior's coming along great. Just sending you another update, something like that. Exclamation point. Always super happy with like a smile emoji, happy emoji, yay emoji, something like that, or like praise hands, whatever, flex, whatever. The last one you're going to send is a picture, or even better, video. This next time, okay? Play button. So this video, if you do the video, is going to be a selfie video. You're going to be in the front, and then their car is going to be in the back there. And you say, hey, just let you know it's looking great. I'm almost done. I got about an hour left. And then just want to give you an update. Thank you, something like that. If it's a picture, you do the same thing, but you put all of that into text. And extra brownie points if you look really sweaty, because it reminds them that they are not having to do this work and that you are, right? Money well spent. So what happens here is you're giving them little wins every single time, right? And then the big one is the delivery. So the delivery is where everything comes to fruition, okay? Here's the other side of that quarter that's good. Now, every time you sent a piece of like a message or content to him, what you're doing is at the very beginning you told him, hey, I am going to keep you updated on the detail. That way you're not just left in the air for 8 hours on what's going on, right? I'm going to get done in time. Every time they're going to say, oh, okay, thank you. Do not tell them what you're going to do, because they'll just say, no, that's okay, because I don't want you to work that much, right? They feel like they're making you work more if they agree to those terms. So you just want to tell them, hey, I'll keep you updated during it, so that way you're not left in the dark for 8 hours, What that is going to do is, if they have gotten details before, it's going to push them back into those times where they got details somewhere else. And that's exactly what happened with them, was they were left in the dark for 8 hours, 10 hours, 6 hours, whatever. Didn't know if they were going to get done in time, and were just sitting there hoping the entire time. So anyway, the next one is effort and sacrifice. So it's kind of a two-parter here. Okay. Now, effort is super easy. Just drop off and pick up. Okay. They're going to have to bring someone else with them to you. This is where mobile detailers are bomb. Okay. Because it's amazing. If they're dropping off and picking up, they're going to have to bring two vehicles. They're going to drop this one off. Then they're going to get in this vehicle, leave that one, and go. And then they're going to have to bring them back whenever you're done, and then go. When I had a shop, that's what they did. But people didn't really care that much. But it is effort that they're having to do. There's a little bit of sacrifice in that as well. So with the effort, you could just go pick their car up and drop it back off to them when you're done. But this creates another sacrifice where, what if he gets in a wreck in it or something like that, right? So the sacrifice of this is just really, you really just want them to part with their money at this point. That's the goal. The only sacrifice is your money. Really, there is actually a really, really big sacrifice if you do not get your perceived likelihood of achievement locked in. Sacrifice and effort are not just physical. It's actually also mental as well. So if you do not have your perceived likelihood of achievement locked down, then their sacrifice whenever they're going through this entire thing is he going to be good? So their sacrifice is peace of mind, right? So their sacrifice is peace of mind if you don't have your perceived likelihood of achievement down. You don't want that. So have an amazing PLA that completely voids that check. There you go. Now, that is a super fast rundown of everything that you can do with that, and it's not super fast. This is a pretty long video, but yeah. So I've done this for you, and that's okay. So then you're thinking, well, why the heck did we have this video anyway? So the reason why is because it gives you, like I said, those same pair of lenses that I have in order to make good decisions for your business and your customers. Like, duh. You have to have this equation in order to really think thoroughly about why you're doing what you're doing. And then when you have all of that down, and then you're putting like bonuses, guarantees, urgency, and scarcity into your offer, it just builds everything, because the perceived likelihood of achievement is very high, and you're like, I only have 3 left, and they're like, well, I better act now. So this is literally the foundation for the entire business. Just understanding what your customers want and how they want it. You don't just give it to them. How they want it is done as well, right? So that is the value equation. Thank you for watching.